Earth signs. My name is Michelle Kelly. Welcome to This Is Your Sign. This is your January 2022 reading for all the Earth signs. So Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo, happy birthday, Capricorn. It's Capricorn season right now. So happy birthday to all the Capricorns. Let's get into your reading. I just want to let you know I put out a reading every Saturday. So please like, share, and subscribe. If there are 5 Saturdays in the month, I take the 4th Saturday off. Earth signs, let's get into your reading. The first card is Time for a Nap. The next card is Imagine. The next card, there's 4 cards today. I usually do 3, but 4 came out. Round and Round, and the next one is All That Glitters. So what this reading is telling me, whatever you've been doing, whatever you've been working on, you guys are exhausted, and it is, you know, you've needed to rest, you've needed downtime. This also says some depression and workaholism. So there's a lot of depression and workaholism around you. Totally normal. It exhausts you. When you are not able to listen to your soul, you get physically exhausted. And this is like, imagine tugging on the moon. Like this person is pulling on the moon. And I'm going to read, you have 2 moons in your reading. So I'm thinking like night owls. Maybe you guys are night owls, or maybe nighttime is a hard time for you. You know, it's when all the chatter comes in. It's a hard time of day for you is nighttime. It's when your head goes. It's when all your distractions are gone. So I get it. And it's like, this says, who do you want to be? What do you need to believe in order to have the life you want? You were gifted with the power to imagine. If you can dream it, you can create it. And it says, this is the time when your imagination is the key to manifesting the life you desire. Spending time daydreaming, fashioning a vision board to help you see your goals, or meditating, allow the power of your creativity to deliver images of what feeds your soul. Then allow your feelings to mingle with your inspirations and imagine these things with being real right now. Then repeat. What you imagine will become your belief. And soon you will see these things come to pass in the outer world as if by magic. You guys, I'm going to show you my vision board. I just did another one. It took me about 3 weeks to do it. So I cut the pictures out, and then it took me like 3 weeks. So this is my vision board. I don't know. I'm trying to hold it so you can see it. You don't have to do it exactly like this, but this is kind of an idea. And if you screenshot it and want to see it closer, I don't know if that's better. But I also put the date on it, and I did it on November 13th. So it's kind of like, it's a really fun project, and I just cut out things that speak to me. And you can ask doctor's offices for magazines. People are not reading magazines and not touching stuff because of COVID. So like emergency wards, people who work in a nail salon and a hair salon, you should be able to get some magazines. But that's a great way to start envisioning what you want if you can't speak it. And you guys, this is a process, but this round and round again is like, you feel like you keep going in circles and you're not getting anywhere. This is not true. It feels true, but it's not true. You are not staying in situations that aren't good for you for as long. So you are leveling up, and it's so easy to see all the things that you haven't done, that you don't have, but I think you guys are failing to recognize all of the things that you are doing, that you have done. And this, all that glitters isn't gold. This is all about things aren't what you thought they were. And maybe you've been chasing the almighty dollar. This, again, is normal. Most people have to do this first. If you grew up without money, you need to go get the money. to realize it is not about the money. But like, if you don't have money and you think, oh, if I had money, then this would happen, you need to go get the money and then realize it doesn't fill what you thought it was. Your creativity, your soul is speaking to you, and you are starting to hear it, earth signs. And it happens little by little, because you can tell when you're in a situation that isn't good for you. And I'm going to give you guys some signs of when you're in a situation that isn't good for you. Usually your body comes inward. It gets heavier. You get headaches. You get anxiety. You get stomach issues. You get neck pain, back pain, jaw pain, autoimmune diseases. You go into addictions when things aren't right for you. When things are right for you, you feel lighter. You feel freer. You feel energized and not depleted. So these are some signs. So it's not that this is never going to happen to you. It's just you can't stay this way for as long. You start to, when you can go like this every once in a while, you're like, that feels good. Like, I like that. I need to do things that make me feel like this more. And maybe part of that is going out in nature. Maybe part of that is seeing friends, hanging out with people. It's not hiding at work. So when you are doing things that aren't right for you, they make you sick. So this is the divine saying, all that glitters isn't gold. And maybe people are turning out not to be your people, or you're starting to see where people are on their journey. And some people are meant to stay at jobs for 30 years and be miserable. Some people, that's part of their job, and they're meant to teach you what you don't want to be like. So we're all here, we're all students, and we're all teachers. And some people are here to be teachers, and some, we're both. Like, I think we're both. We teach people what they want to be like or what they don't want to be like, and other people do the same for us. But this one is the star. You guys are meant to be stars. Look at the future with hope and optimism. The power of faith to move mountains. Happy changes that bring relief from challenging times. So you guys, challenging times, you are going to get relief. You are going to get relief. And, you know, sometimes we're led to believe that relief is money, but it is peace. It is joy. And you get moments of peace and joy. You don't feel joyful and peaceful all day, every day, but you will get moments of that. Moments of joy, moments of peace, moments of laughter. Like, when was the last time you guys, like, laughed from your heart? And I'm not talking sarcasm, not making fun of other people and thinking, haha, I'm not going to be like them, or they're an asshole. Like, really, really laughed from your heart. So the next one says 4 of winter. Set aside your concerns for now. You can make a decision later. Solutions that come from meditation, the need for more sleep, or a vacation. So you guys, remember how I was saying the depression and the workaholism? You guys are exhausted, and your souls are exhausted. And a lot of times your soul gets exhausted because it gets tired of being ignored. Like you get tired of people ignoring you. Your soul gets tired of you ignoring it. And what happens when that happens is it's a physical exhaustion. So this is saying you need to do meditation. If you think I ain't got time for that, you need it even more. Yoga. Namaste. And we're not talking hot yoga, sweat lodge shit. We're talking slow your roll. Be in the moment. It sounds hard and painful because it's slow, because being in the moment, being where you are, it is hard. But even though it's hard, it doesn't mean you're not meant to do it. It means what you're doing actually is harder. So the next one is the Emperor, and it says use logic and structure to increase your success, which you guys already do. But it says get organized. A firm but compassionate leader. So you guys are meant to be leaders, a firm but compassionate. You can be both. You can be compassionate and firm with your boundaries, but it's saying get organized. So a lot of times when this is telling me to tell you guys to get organized, it's saying that you guys have felt overwhelmed. So a lot of times when you're overwhelmed, breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Put your feet on the ground, plant them, and try and come back into the moment. So there's a great and amazing book that I read. It's called From Clutter to Clarity. I got it on hayhouse.com, HAYHOUSE, on audio, because I'm an audio person. And I know they have it in paperback, but it's all about being overwhelmed. So they say a lot of times when you're overwhelmed, you're not afraid of the first step. You're afraid of the second and what comes after. So a lot of times, I'm going to give you guys an example. If just say your house is messy and you need to clean your house up, but if you clean your house up, you might have to invite people over for Christmas, or you might have to invite people over for New Year's, but you really don't like having people over. So this way, if your house is messy, you don't have to have people over. Instead of, you can have a clean house and tell people, I'd rather meet you out somewhere. It's overwhelming when people come to see me. I don't like it. You know, like letting people know. So this is like, start where you are. Just do what is right in front of you. I'll give you guys an example. I needed to get rid of my cable. I could not afford it anymore, and I barely watched TV. So I know I needed to get rid of my cable, but my worst fear is once I got rid of my cable, how am I going to work my TV? So for like 3 months, I kept the cable because I'm like, what if I can't work the TV? And then one day what I did is I called my son up and I asked him, I told him I was getting rid of the cable. Could he come over and help me set up the TVs? And he's like, sure. But I canceled the cable, and guess what? I set up the TVs. I tried, and I was able to do it. I think 2 of the TVs I needed help just putting in the code for like Amazon Prime and Netflix or whatever. But I was able to do it. So it was like I just needed to do the first right action. They say, do the next right thing, do the next right thing, do the next right thing. Keep doing the next right thing. Keep moving forward. And that sense of overwhelmness, even though it's there, you can feel overwhelmed and still do it anyway. And that is called courage. And it takes practice. And every time you do something, you get a little more confident and you feel a little bit freer, and you feel like, oh my God, I can do hard things. And you guys, we can do hard things together. So this is saying you can feel the fear, you can be overwhelmed, you can still do it. Just start right where you are. So it says indecision. I use my intuition in all aspects of my life. So you guys, this indecision, not making a decision is a decision. So if you say, I don't care, I'm happy anywhere, I'm happy with this, you pick. If you tell somebody else to pick, what color carpet do you like? Oh, you pick it out. Then if they get a carpet that you hate, you're like, well, you picked it, and you can blame them. So your indecision, lack of making decisions, is a decision. And you give your power away when you do this. And you let other people control and choose for you. And a lot of times they get resentful because they feel like they're the heavy, and you get resentful because you don't like what they pick, but you can blame them. So this is saying you can trust yourself. And even if you pick something and it's not right and you don't like it, you can pick something else. So what? So the next one is guilt. And it says, I release any beliefs that no longer assist in my soul's growth. So guilt has been running the show. And it says, I release any beliefs that no longer assist my soul's growth. You guys, a lot of times when you lead with guilt, you feel guilty because you have too much. You feel guilty because you have a good job. You feel guilty because this person doesn't. A lot of times when you're operating out of guilt, it's very hard not to operate out of guilt, especially if you operate out of guilt, it's because your parents operated from guilt and they passed it on to you. So when you operate out of guilt, you are not able to be your true authentic self. And a lot of times you can feel the guilt, like the fear, and do it anyway. I feel bad, but I'm not able to help you. I feel bad, but I need to take care of myself first. So like the guilt thing is, it's passed down, it's hereditary. If you want to get rid of the guilt, I suggest getting into counseling to learn some tools of what to do and how to do it. I also suggest getting into ACA, Adult Children of Alcoholics and Dysfunctional Families. Every single person was brought up in a dysfunctional family. Every single person is not able to acknowledge that they were brought up in a dysfunctional family. But if you are letting guilt lead your life, I'm really sorry. I used to let guilt lead my life too, and it led to a life of chronic pain, autoimmune disease, and it makes you sick. So I'm suggesting, it says I release any beliefs that no longer assist in my soul's growth. It is not easy to release this on your own. In fact, it is quite impossible. You don't just wake up one day and it's gone. You can pray to God, to the divine, to your angels, to your ancestors to please help you remove this and send you to the people who can help you with this. And the next card is patience. And it says, I accept that everything happens in divine order. And you guys, I want to laugh, and not because I think it's funny. Funny, not funny. Sounds so easy. You should just have patience, right? None of us have patience. We all want everything yesterday. We need it sooner, quicker, faster. Even Amazon is slowing down. So what this is saying is that everything that is meant for you is meant for you. You can't mess it up. You're not going to. It's going to be delivered to you right on time. It happens in God's time, not your time. But I'm going to tell you with what my friend Avery used to say. God is never in a hurry, but he's always on time. So right now, the world is slowing down. The things that we need, I don't want to say need, the things that we want aren't available as quickly as they used to be. So we're starting to develop patience. And you can be mad and wait, or you can be grateful that people are there to help you. So this is the divine asking you guys to be grateful for the people that are here to help you. This is your sign, signing off to all the earth signs. Happy birthday, Capricorn, Taurus and Virgo. Wishing you a great January 2022. Thanks so much for watching.